Bernie was born in 1868 in Ohio. Then at some point they moved to Russellville, where she went to elementary school. She was said to have been kicked out of kindergarten because she had such a big imagination. Bernie Babcock got married around the 1880s. Her husband then died in 1898 and left her as a widow at the age of 29 with 5 children.
They lived in a house down on Gaines. Times were so hard that they ended up having to rent out that house and live next door in kind of a shack. She very much wants to raise them, be home, be present. At the same time, she knows that she has to make a living for them. She decided that she was going to give herself 5 years to become a writer. And if she didn't make it, then she was going to be done with it.
Her first book, once it was published, sold over 100,000 copies in 6 months, and that was in 1900.
Her novel, The Soul of Anne Rutledge, was very impactful in her career. It opened many doors.
She read so much about Abraham Lincoln. She interviewed his law partners. She just had a fascination with him and kind of clung to this story of Anne Rutledge, who obviously was not his wife, so this was before he was married.
At her core, she was a teacher, and she wanted people to experience new things and gather knowledge and understand things about the world around them. And she was a suffragist. She especially spoke up for people that didn't have anyone else to speak up for them, or wanted to make things better for all people, including the people in Little Rock or the people in Arkansas.
And I believe that is where her inspiration came from for starting the museum. It just kind of fell in with the writing, and it was just a natural fit.
She founded the Museum of Natural History and Antiquities in Little Rock. She wanted to start this museum because she didn't want people thinking that Arkansas was some podunk, uneducated state. She wanted to show we are cultured, and she wanted to bring that to the people of our state. To get the museum started in Arkansas, she had to write tons of people. Winston Churchill, she spoke with Eleanor Roosevelt. She wrote all of these people and would try to get items for the museum.
The Roosevelts sent a whole boxcar of things down here on a train for her. Artifacts from Egypt, artifacts from around Arkansas.
She would put together the displays herself, and she loved to have children come and teach them about things.
And she knew that children learned in different ways. It's like she was ahead of her time. She thought these children cannot learn about these animals or these artifacts by seeing a picture of them in a book.
She really poured her heart into it, and it is now known as the Museum of Discovery.
It is a huge privilege for her to be inducted. There's so much, I think, that she would be proud of.
She would be honored to be inducted into the Arkansas Women's Hall of Fame, and it is very well deserved.